All right. Hey, everybody. I'm your host, El Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat, my cool cats. Put your paws up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Today, we're here to talk about Bryce Young. No quarterback extension yet? What's going on here? Wait a minute. Why hasn't there been a quarterback extension for Bryce Young? Is there trouble in paradise, or is there much to do about nothing here? Before we get started with the first roar, let me say thank you to each and every one of you guys who been liking, who've been sharing, been subscribing. We're gonna grow this channel. This is our channel, man. This is 1995, The Roar, a channel for the fans by a fan. We're gonna restore the Roar in the Carolinas, man. So we got some memberships coming up here soon. I try to make it free, but unfortunately YouTube won't let me. So I got $1.99 membership, so you guys can have some real cool 95 The Roar logos next to your name and some early access to some stuff like that, okay? So yeah, man, take advantage of that. And I got a goal. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers before the season start, right? That's my goal. Let's get to 2K subscribers before the season start. You guys are doing phenomenal. You guys are crushing it. We got Fantasy Football League in the community section. Be sure to check that out. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Use your hype up point. Let's hype up everything, man. We got TikTok, Instagram, the whole nine. Follow me wherever, okay? All right. Now, with that being said, I will go to the first roar, but I want to take it slow. I want to take it slow with you guys. We're going to get to the first roar. This is the part of the video where I'm going to speak carefully here. I'm going to ask those who are unemotionally intelligent to leave. Now, Big Cat, you just said you're growing the channel. Yeah, I appreciate that. But we're taking this to another level here. So I want people who can be emotionally intelligent. I didn't call you dumb. I didn't call you unarticulate. I said those who can't control their emotions. Because tonight, what I'm going to tell you about Bryce Young may not necessarily be the media narrative, right? But I'm a fair guy, so I like to assess in two parts. You know what I mean? From both perspective and then my perspective, right? The good, the bad, and then my perspective, right? So, you get a little bit of both. If you're unemotionally intelligent, I'm asking you to log off this video. Let's take a second here and give all the unemotionally intelligent people to leave. All right. With that being said, man, when I look at the Bryce Young saga or debate, debacle, whatever you want to call it here, I ask myself, for somebody who's been here 4 years, it's clear cut as day that this gentleman is who you thought he was. And I'll give you an example here. I'm going to make myself as the guinea pig today. Take my glasses off and put them back on here in a second. I was in a relationship for 6 years, man, with my baby mother, okay? No surprise I have a baby mother. Year number 1, the expectations for her were through the roof. I thought this was going to be my wife, yada, 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 etc. And this is important because I'm going to tie this back in. Just listen. Got to be emotionally intelligent, okay? I thought this lady was going to be my wife. It was fun. I had hope for this young lady, right? Year 2, I began to see some things I didn't like. But I said, you know what? We're having fun. We're doing our adult thing. And then on comes the baby. By year 3, there was trouble in paradise. Although I had hope for her, by year 3, there was definitely smoke in the building. By year 4, it was an all-out fire. But Big Cat, you said you was with this young lady for 6 years. That's right. Because I chose to be negligent in what I was seeing. I stayed an extra 2 years, and it was the most 2 miserable years of my life. Because I chose to unwillingly acknowledge that this young lady and I weren't just compatible. So I was stuck with this young lady for 2 extra years, plus there was a kid involved, stuff like that. and it cost me a lot. So my point to you guys is this with the Carolina Panthers. I never seen a fan base ignore the facts or the details of something like Bryce Young's stats, his performance. I never seen nothing like this. I done been called out my name. I done been disrespected. In case you guys don't know, I was the guy who wanted Bryce Young. I had another channel. I championed for Bryce Young. You know what I mean? Have you guys ever wondered why places like Chick-fil-A have standards when it comes to their services? It's a noticeably difference from between Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. And it's not because they're not both fast food restaurants, because they are. One has standards, other one is worried about chasing a buck. Sure, Chick-fil-A can sit here and hire a bunch of miscreants and have those guys out there for $10 and just, holding up the line and forgetting your condiments and stuff like that. But instead, they make it a habit. They make it a routine to make sure I got people who meet my standards. Even if it's just flipping chicken sandwiches, you're going to meet my standards. You're going to say, how may I serve you? You're going to say, please and thank you. You know what I mean? Little nuances like that. They're standards. You see what I'm saying, my dog? You understand that? Versus somebody like a McDonald's. So if a burger restaurant can have standards for a $2, $5 burger, why can't they be there for Bryce Young? And we're gonna get into the first row because we got some stuff to talk about today. So give me a second, dog. I mean, I'm a little heated about this. I'm passionate about this. Excuse me. Okay. One thing I love about Tom Brady, man, is Tom Brady may not have the biggest arm in the world. He may not have the biggest arm in the world, dog. You know what I mean? But the thing that I love about Tom Brady, I study his film. I listen to his documentaries, even to the point to where he talks about his dieting, right? But mainly, I look at his mindset, okay, through documentaries and articles and stuff. And although Tom Brady, yes, he has a suitable arm, it's more so about him routinely doing the things that are simple, frequently. You know what I mean? He's a very goal, basic, principle-oriented guy. The 3-step drop, the 5-step drop, ball security, things of that nature. You know what I mean? When you become a superstar at the quarterback position, you think, man, I can afford it. I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? I'm the face of the franchise. He made it an effort to take care of the ball. He made it an effort, you know what I mean, to practice those drops. He made it an effort, you know what I mean? And, he was the guy that you believed in. He was that leader. And I'm not saying that Bryce hasn't done that or whatever, but sometimes, man, you just got to realize things aren't what they are, man. You know what I mean? So today, man, that's my spiel, my conjecture. We're going to get into it. Please, again, if you're not emotionally intelligent, I ask you to log off because I'm just going to go strictly down the line. We're going to talk about some things. Why have the Carolina Panthers extending him? You know what I mean? And I know some of you guys are going to bring up C.J. Stroud, and I'm glad you bring up C.J. Stroud because I got something for that ass too, okay? You came to the right channel, man. So make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe. We're going to have a little church today. Hope you got a little minute of my time. If you ain't got a minute of my time, man, just catch it on the replay, all right? Now, with that being said, my nigga, let's get into the first roar. All right, first roar is this. The real reason why the Carolina Panthers have yet to, well, one of the reasons that they possibly have yet to sign Bryce Young. Obviously, I talked about his performance, but let's forget about that right now. One of the main reasons why they have yet to resign him because they could be waiting for the market to reset. Big Cat, what is the market to reset? I'm glad you asked that here. This when you take a green thing. No, I'm playing. The market resetting is waiting for the big name quarterbacks who are due to get paid to kind of set the average as far as what you're looking to pay, okay, for your quarterback. So the next big time quarterback to get paid is next year is Lamar Jackson, okay? His contract ends in 2027, so he's going to be due a big lump sum of money. And it's important. The reason why the Panthers aren't rushing to set the market, because you literally set the market for everybody else. The first quarterback to sign sets the market for everybody else, right? So that's a dangerous thing because if you go out there and you overly pay for something, you know what I mean? guess what happens to everybody else? Now everybody else is going to base their numbers off of your numbers. You don't want to overpay. You don't want to be the first guy unless you believe. Like for example, let's say, hypothetically speaking, Lamar Jackson goes out here and wins a Super Bowl, right? Him setting the market for next year's contract is going to be through the roof. And then, you kind of go down the list and you say, okay, Bryce, well, and then look who's next. Look who else is next. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold and Bryce Young are the next two quarterbacks set the market. He's playing on a $100 million 3-year deal right now. So with that being said, he wants a Super Bowl. See what I'm saying? Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl, and Lamar Jackson's been, all pro for a minute. It's going to be interesting to see his contract. But so what you're going to do is you're going to start, when you go to the negotiation table for Bryce Young's contract, you're going to look at the people who just got signed. You're going to look at Lamar Jackson. Baker Mayfield's contract is coming to an end this year. You got Baker, who's been in the playoff multiple times. Excuse me. You got Baker, who's been in the playoff multiple times. His contract is due this year. You got Sam Darnold contract due next year. You got Lamar Jackson contract due next year. You're going to start comparing your quarterback statistically to these guys who are getting paid because he's ready to get paid. So that's how you set the market. So, more than likely, Sam Darnold's probably going to be the guy who's going to get the money, right? Because Sam Darnold just came off a Super Bowl. They love him up there in Seattle. It's funny how we had that guy on our team. Funny. Baker Mayfield, a guy who I watched on this quarterback show on Netflix. It's a real good show. Check it out, The Quarterback on Netflix. Real good show, Baker Mayfield, man. I can run through a wall for Baker, dog. But he's going to set the market. So with that being said, the Panthers it may not be much to do about nothing. Waiting for a couple guys to sign. And then you got lowly Bryce Young, who's due next year for a deal. So that's one reason why the Panthers could be waiting to get signed. Give me a second. Let me read some questions here for you guys. I got a lot to unpack here. I'm going to unpack you good. So just give me a second. Let me read a couple of questions. Shout out to Rock Solid. What's up, brother? He said, I want to see Jalen Reagor from Iowa State. I hear that. Shout out to Penn. He says, I want Dante Moore. Hey, brother, I hear you, brother. Shout out to Francis. He said, preach, Big Cat. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jay Wicks. Elaine, what's up, boy? Jay Wicks said, I can't wait till the season start, Big Cat, so we can get us another quarterback. Well, slow down, bro. You guys are getting a little excited here, okay? So that's one reason why the Carolina Panthers could be waiting on Bryce Young's contract here. The next option is this. Let me put it on the screen here. Dave Canales. Okay, Big Cat, what does Canales got to do with all this? The Panthers want to see the development under Dave Canales, okay? Quote unquote, Dave Canales is supposed to be this quarterback guru and yada, 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 a bunch of shit that we already heard a bunch of times, okay? From 2018 to 2021 in Seattle, Dave Canales was the quarterback coach. And not only was the quarterback coach, in 2020 through 2021, he was the passing game coordinator, okay? So he had a lot to do with Russell Wilson's development while in Seattle from years 2018 or to 2021, whether it be inadvertently through the quarterback coaching or the passing game coordinator. He had some effect on Russell Wilson. So I asked myself, Big Cat, and for my friends out there, you can call me Myron, but for the rest of you niggas, just call me Big Cat. When I go back to the 2018 season here, and we want to look at Russell Wilson, let me make sure my screen is lined up. Give me a second. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you guys. When I look at the 2018 season here, this is when Dave Canales took over as I think the quarterbacks coach here for Seattle. Okay, you had Russell Wilson throw for 3,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Year number 1, year number 2, and by the way, they made the playoff 3 straight years under Dave Canales as a quarterbacks coach and passing game coordinator. 2019, he threw for 4,000 yards. So in his second year, almost a 600-yard bump. Went down 4 touchdowns, but the interception did go down by 2. Okay, still made the playoffs. 2020 under passing game coordinator. So he became the passing game coordinator for Russell Wilson. Threw for 4,200 yards, threw for 40 touchdowns, right? So you see a heavy volume of touchdowns under Dave Canales' system in Seattle. And you had 1 year, where he had a spike in interceptions from 2018 to 2020. he had 1 year where he had double-digit interception. Okay? And then year 2021, which was his final year in Seattle where they missed the playoffs, he had 3,113 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So in those 4 years where Dave Canales was the quarterback's coach and passing game coordinator, Russell Wilson had, 35, 31, 40 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns. He had 1 double-digit interception year. Okay? So what's that got to do with Bryce Young? Well, maybe they're trying to find a way to resemble Bryce Young in that same formula. But here's the problem with Bryce Young. Let me whip it out for you. Here's the problem with Bryce Young. He's trending in the wrong direction. Let me get his numbers on the screen. Okay. Give me a second here. Where are we at? Here we go. Now, I just told you in 3 years, Dave Canales and Russell Wilson only had 1 season where they threw for 25 touchdowns. Rest of them were 30 and 40 touchdowns, right? Per season. Okay. When you look at Dave Canales and Bryce Young in 3 years, Bryce Young hasn't even met the minimum requirement of Russell Wilson's worst numbers under Dave Canales. Dave Canales in Seattle, when he was the quarterback's coach and passing game coordinator, Russell Wilson's worst season was a 3,000+ yard season with 25 touchdowns. Bryce didn't even clip that. Bryce's worst day is not even Russell Wilson's worst. Bryce's best year is not even Russell Wilson's worst year under Dave Canales. Think about that, man. Before you say I'm hating this shit like that, Dave Canales is coached two quarterbacks. Russell Wilson's a small guy. I think he's 5'11". He ain't too small, man. But Russell Wilson's worst year is still better than Bryce Young's best year, statistically. And you got to ask yourself, man, how much more development do you need to see? Okay, I know when it comes to payout, you want to make sure you got the best pieces around your quarterback and development. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's take a little peek. Let's go back. I did my little homework here, man. I just want to be concise here in all things, right? Okay, give me a second here. We're going to go back and see what was around Russell Wilson in 2018, right? Let me go back. From 2018 to 2021, okay? When you look at what was around him. Now, mind you, they made the playoff 3 straight years, okay? Make sure my screen lines up with you guys. Give me a second. I'm working 2 screens. 2018, Russell Wilson threw for 3,400 yards and 35 touchdowns. Again, he had a running back to rush for 1,100 yards in Chris Carson. Mike Davis, 500 yards. Rashad Penny, 400 yards. Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin, and David Moore. So when you say Bryce Young ain't had nothing around him, man, outside of Tyler Lockett here, Doug Baldwin and David Moore, them niggas ain't no world beaters. 900-yard receiver, Tyler Lockett, 600-yard receiver, Doug Baldwin, David Moore, 400-yard receiver. Still made the playoffs, first year in, with 1,100-yard rushing. Well, Big Cat, okay. Well, let's compare Bryce Young first season and what he had around him his first season, okay? You had a 900-yard rusher, Chuba Hubbard. You had Mal Davis, 400 yards. You had a 1,000-yard receiver, a 500-yard receiver in DJ Chark, a 400-yard receiver in Jonathan Mingo. Missed the playoff. You follow me? We're talking about the development under Dave Canales and the development in Dave Canales as a quarterback's coach and a passing game coordinator in Seattle versus Bryce Young and Carolina, okay? You want to talk about the pieces and shit around him? Let's go to Dave Canales 2019. 2019 regular season. Give me a second. Okay? This is year 2 under Dave Canales with Russell Wilson at the helm. 4,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, career low 5 interceptions. 1,200 rushing yard running back, 1,000-yard receiver. They pick up DK Metcalf, get a 900-yard receiver. Now, to be fair, DK Metcalf is a significant advantage, okay? So you damn near had 2,000-yard receivers, still had 1,000-yard rushing, and they made the playoffs. See what Bryce Young had year 2. Okay? Let's go to year 2, 2024. Give me a second. Let me go back. All right. Year 2, still had an 1,100-yard rusher. Damn it. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Year 2, you still had an 1,100-yard rushing Chuba Hubbard. Threw for 2,400 yards and 15 touchdowns. Receiver, you had a 600-yard receiver, Adam Thielen. To be fair, they went and got Xavier Legette, who they believe was the first-round talent. I was screaming for Lad McConkey. You had Jalen Coker, Jalen Coker, and you pick up Deontay Johnson. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. Now, to be fair, these offensive lines, and they definitely were the best for Bryce Young. But we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about his receiving core as well. We're just talking about the development, 2020. 2021 here. Let's go to Russell Wilson 2021, which is the final season there. Excuse me. 2021, yeah. 2021 with Geno Smith comes in. Russell Wilson throws for 3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns. Rashad Penny rushing for 700 yards. Tyler Lockett has 11. DK Metcalf has 967 yards, okay? My point to you is this, man. The development under, and which is, you want to go back and look at Dave Canales here, 2024, 2025, it's just not translating here. And when I look at it from a finite standpoint here, it's not strictly the surrounding core. Because when you look at it, and you look at what I just proved to you guys from Russell Wilson, the running game's there. 2024, the Panthers had an 1,100-yard rusher. You know what I mean? Adam Thielen and Xavier Legette and Jalen Coker, probably one of the worst receiving cores ever. You know what I mean? But those guys had, 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 600 yards. And this was probably when the offensive line was brought into question. 2024 and 2023 was being brought into question here. Let's go back one more year. You had a 900-yard rusher. You had a 1,000-yard receiver. You know what I mean? And a lot of this has to do with, like I said, not just only the offensive line, but also with Bryce's decision making. Okay, Bryce's inability to push the ball downfield. Bryce holding the ball too long. You know what I mean? But I will factor in the fact that he did have a shit offensive line for a couple of years. And not only did he have a shit offensive line, for the most part, outside of 1 year or two, he had a receiver with 1,000 yards, Adam Thielen, Terto McMillan. Yeah, I will factor those things all into consideration to that. So if you're asking me, are they still evaluating him? What's there to evaluate? What's there to evaluate? I mean, you finally got this guy what he needed in 2025, and he only netted you 8 wins. Only netted you 8 wins. Like I said before, Bryce's number under Dave Canales, his best numbers under Dave Canales is still the worst number according to Russell Wilson under Dave Canales. Russell Wilson's 3 years or 4 years under Dave Canales, all of them trump Bryce's best year under Dave Canales. Now, unless this shit is going to significantly jump from 23 touchdowns to 40 touchdowns, there ain't really too much to talk about here. And I'm going to tell you why. And we're going to talk about why I believe he shouldn't get his money or why he should get his money here. Okay? When I look at quarterbacks, the number one job for a quarterback is what? Let's see how smart my audience is. The number one job for a quarterback is what, brother? Sisters and brothers out there, because I know we got some ladies probably watching. Number one job for a quarterback is what? Let's go, chat. Shout out to my dog, Jay Wicks. He say, preach, brother, preach. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying, brother. The number one job for a quarterback is to secure the ball. You can't win if you don't maintain possession. You can't win. You can't throw the ball if you don't have possession of the ball. In 3 years under Dave Canales, not under Dave Canales, but 3 years since Bryce been in the league, Bryce has had a total of 30 interceptions and 23 fumbles. Okay, let's put that on the screen here. We're just going down. Now listen, again, if you're not emotionally intelligent, I ask you to leave the live stream because what I'm saying is going to hurt you a little bit. I don't mean to hurt you intentionally. I'm just trying to bring clarity to your perspective. Okay? When you look on this damn screen right here, you see number 6. Bryce Young has been 6th in the league over the past 3 years in fumbles. Well, Big Cat, I see Baker Mayfield, and Big Cat, I see Lamar Jackson, and Big Cat, I see Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has a Super Bowl. Big Cat, I see Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield, multiple playoff. Lamar Jackson, multiple playoff. You know what I mean? When those guys lose balls, they got the arm talent to get that shit back, dog. I'm not making any excuses for it, but you tend to kind of downplay some of those guys' fault when they got the talent to make up for it. And just to show you, amongst these top 10 when it comes to fumbles over the past 3 years, look at the average yards per attempt. Baker Mayfield, 7.3. Lamar Jackson, 8.4. Tunga Valunga, 7.6. Jalen Hurts, 7.4. Kirk Cousins, 7.3. Sam Darnold, Super Bowl champion. You say Super Bowl champion over here for Sam Darnold. Open your mouth right now. I got a Sam Darnold jersey in the closet. I still got a Panther Sam Darnold jersey in the closet. You say Super Bowl champion. 8.1 yards per attempt. Jordan Love, 7.6 yards per attempt. So when you look at, again, we're putting things in the context. When you look at top 10 fumbles, okay, and you see guys with fumbles, top 10, you know what I mean? You turn to look at the eye because those guys are pushing the ball down the field. And just in case you're wondering, I know you guys are wondering, well, 6 yards per passing attempt is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good if you're in high school. Because according to this right here, statmuse.com, my nigga, Bryce Young is the 25th ranked quarterback when it comes to average attempt per pass. His average attempt per pass is 6 yards per pass attempt on average. That means this team is doing a lot of screening. They're doing a lot of underneath. You know what I mean? They're doing a lot of scrimmage. You know what I mean? Middle of the field kind of plays. You know what I mean? Yak plays, shit like that. You know what I mean? You got to get yak in order to get yards down here. So, with that being said, my guy, my nigga, you know what I mean? If I'm the quarterback, man, like I said, I don't understand this shit real quick, man. Like, I don't understand the infatuation with Bryce from a statistical standpoint. A good boss, a good wife, a good husband, a good teacher, they elevate and they hold you accountable to a measure of standards. This front office, I blame you fans. I blame the team reporters. I blame you podcasters. I never in my life seen a player have the bar just constantly lowered. If I told you to close your eyes right now, I ain't gonna tell you the name, but a quarterback over 3 years had 30 interceptions and 23 fumbles, would you want that nigga on the team? Instantly, you niggas would say, hell no. And the problem is you know what I mean? You pacifying this nigga, bro. Let me tell you, dog. Let me tell you something, dog. Last year was the most flukiest shit in the world. I don't care, bro. I'm a fan, bro. I'm tired of this shit. I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan. So, like, I want my team to win, but I'm like, last year was the most flukiest season in the world. And you niggas keep lowering the bar for this nigga, dog. Look at this shit. Look at this. Who is the real Bryce Young? Is he the 26-10 Bryce Young against the opening day Jaguars where he threw for 154 yards? Or is he the 400-yard passing quarterback over the Atlanta Falcons Bryce Young? I tend to believe the latter. I always said if the Panthers got down by 10 or more, my nigga, it's always donezo. It's donezo when the Panthers, unfortunately last year, the Panthers did come back 17-0 from the Dolphins, right? But look at this magical mystery bullshit like the Disney. Like, this is like Disney shit, dog. Angels in the outfit. Do. I see angels, Big Cat. If you look on the screen, the nigga had to rush for 200. Oh, shit. I dropped my phone. The nigga had to rush for 200 yards for us to come back down 17-0. How many more times you think that's gonna happen this year? We went to Green Bay. Nigga rushed for 130 yards. How many more times you think it's going to happen this year? We went to the Cowboys. Let me tell you something. George Pickens was tearing our ass up. He was tearing us up in Charlotte. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, I remember when him and CeeDee Lamb put on a clinic. CeeDee Lamb didn't play that game. If CeeDee Lamb would have played with George Pickens that game, man, I went to a meet and greet that year. And, man, it was an atrocity. But my point is this. Rico Dowdle rushed for 200 yards in a win against Miami. He rushed for damn near 200 yards in a win against Dallas. You know what I mean? He saved our ass in Green Bay. So my point to you is this. If we lose those 3 games, we don't make the playoffs. And we don't sit at 89. Yeah, we won't. We'll be 5-12, I believe. I think it's 5-12. Get my phone. So my point is to you, when you go into consideration of extending Bryce Young, these are the things you got to keep in perspective. How did we win those games? Did Bryce Young carry us? Even this Arizona game where he threw for 328 yards. Man, we got our ass beat for half the game. Nigga, we got our ass beat for like 3 quarters. And then Bryce literally was just chucking shit up. 300-yard passing game. You know what I mean? Falcons ain't shit. You know what I mean? So my point to you is this, man. Like, if you think we're going to have another season where niggas rushing for 200 yards to save Bryce Young's ass, you might as well get ready for some Tylenol and some Advil. These are the things that I consider when I'm trying to consider whether or not to extend Bryce Young. Okay, 30 interceptions against 23 fumbles. Again, and then when you look at the context is important, y'all. The problem is a lot of you and a lot of the media and a lot of your favorite reporters and a lot of your favorite podcasters, you guys are so infatuated with his personality, right? Right? And it's funny because that's not how life works, my nigga. You know what I mean? You and I work 9-to-5 jobs, my niggas. You know what I mean? We go to our jobs, my niggas. And when we go to our jobs, you know what I mean? The boss don't give a damn if you believe in Jesus. The boss don't give a damn how nice you are. You know what I mean? The boss don't care if you pray and wait on the tunnel when niggas come out the tunnel. The boss don't care. The boss want to know, look, nigga, some of you niggas, you know, you work on the forklift, you work in the warehouse. Let's get that CPH up. Case per package. Yeah. A lot of you niggas throw, you know, package. Salute to my niggas in the warehouse. I've been there. I've been in the burger restaurant. Salute to my burger flipping niggas. You know what I mean? You fuck around and you misquote on a burger, ain't gonna want to hear nothing about your niceness and your But for Bryce Young, we tend to lower the bar because he's a nice guy. I don't care if Bryce Young was the #1 drug dealer in Mecklenburg. I don't care if Bryce Young had a bad bitch on his arm every day. I don't care if he was a womanizer. You know what I mean? I don't care. But when you step on them field, you better produce. Hell, I'll be honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Cameron Newton. But I knew when Cameron Newton put them shoes on, Cameron Newton gave us a chance to win. That big motherfucker, he gave us a chance to win, dog. And that's what it's about, dog. I believe that nigga gave us a chance to win. You know what I mean? Now, he ain't my role model. Nigga, you know, walk around freeform locks. You know what I mean? Spunking everywhere, having a bunch of baby. You know what I mean? Dressing with leggings. He ain't my motherfucking mentor. But I respect the game, my nigga. You know what I mean? He produced, my nigga. There was a lot of potential, my nigga. You know what I mean? So, like, with Bryce Young, man, y'all look at him because he's a holy man. He's a nice man. I love the Lord too, brother. I swear to Jesus, man. He's my everything. I can't make it without him a day. I promise you I do. Don't get it twisted because I curse and I, you know, have a vulgar mouth. I love the Lord. And I'm not being satirical with that, brother. But at the end of the day, you have standards, brother. And 30 interceptions against 23 fumbles in 3 years ain't going to cut it with a 6-yard per average passing attempts. It ain't going to cut it, brother. In no world is a 6-yard passing average per attempt ain't going to cut it, dog. But when I talk to you like that, you say I'm hating. You know what I mean? You say I'm making stuff up. I'm making stuff up here. You know what I mean? Just to show you, we're going to wrap this up here. We're going to compare C.J. Stroud. Big cat. Well, C.J. Stroud, he ain't got paid yet. There's a reason why C.J. Stroud ain't got paid yet. Go back to what I said earlier in tonight's live. The reason why C.J. Stroud haven't, let me give me a second. I want you to see my eyes, niggas. The reason why C.J. Stroud haven't been paid yet is because C.J. Stroud, they're waiting on that market to be set. Okay? C.J. Stroud is a quarterback who has had 3 playoff appearances. He has a Rookie of the Year. He's been everything for Houston. Okay? Especially coming behind Jack O'Lantern. They came behind Jack O'Lantern. That nigga, shoot, he's been a savior for them niggas. Oh, he's going to get his money. And he has a playoff win. Okay? So don't you worry about C.J. Stroud. It ain't about proving it today. I promise you it ain't about proving it. It's more so about a number of things. They wait no, let's see if Baker signs or let's see Sam sign or Lamar sign. They don't want to overpay for C.J. Stroud. But has he done enough? He caught a body. They said he done enough. Sure enough, he did done enough. Okay? So let's not even get that C.J. Stroud talk. We're talking about Bryce Young, why he hasn't been extended. And the reason why he ain't been extended is because niggas don't really believe in him. You know what I mean? With the quarterback class coming out next year, let me pull that up. Give me a second. Man, let me show y'all something, dog. Give me a second. Y'all swear I hate. Give me a second. Again, if you're not emotionally intelligent, I ask you to leave today. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. 2027 class. A lot of you probably going to get in the comment section when I log off, and that's fine. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Let me show y'all this class. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. I am your teacher today. Join. Get your membership here if you want to, nigga. You know what I mean? Get your membership. Yeah. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Let me pull it up here. Give me a second. I'm sorry for not having the screen up. I thought I had it up. Yeah. We're going to preach today, and I'm going to hurt some of you guys' feelings, but I don't care, bro. I don't care about your super sticker or cash app. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but I'm not swayed by that. My opinion will be my opinion. You know what I mean? Shit, I appreciate it. I ain't going to let you sway me over $1, my nigga. We man a standard. But look, so I'm going to pull it up here just a second here, man. Panthers knowing, look, let me show you. Shit, let's go back to the screen. Look how tasty that look, boy. Whoo. Arch Manning, Dante Moore, CJ Carr. You know, this my guy Julian saying right there, my nigga. I'm rocking with the sayings. Kamehameha. I already like the nigga name. Kamehameha. That's super saying. Kamehameha. Jalen Mamavia. Trinidad Shambliss. And plus, you got that gambling ass nigga Brendan Sorsby, right? You know what I mean? You might get him for the cheap. Don't get it twisted. My dad's a Cincinnati Bearcats fan. Shout out to the 513, man. Shout out to Lucas family up. That's that plantation. Damn, Lucas family up there. But look, dog, you can get the Sorsby for the cheap. Because he gonna slide with his gambling ass. Trinidad Chambliss. I ain't worried about Lenore. Ignore Lenore Sanders. Don't worry about Lenore Sanders. I ain't nothing but another Anthony Richardson. You know what I mean? There's talent coming out next year. Why settle, Carolina? Why settle, my guy? Okay? Bryce is a sweet boy. He's a very sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. I love the fact that he loves the Lord. Hell, I even love the fact that the nigga can articulate. I love that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what you cannot deny is Bryce Young ain't cutting the mercy, bruh. You know what I mean? There's a reason why that nigga's throwing for 6.0 yards per attempt. Because the nigga arm is made of spaghetti. Okay? I literally watched a training camp film the other day, and Lord Jesus, I promise you, bro, that I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to be fussy. I'm not trying to be fussy. I watched this nigga throw a highlight to Xavier Legette, and the Panthers had a nerve to put the shit on their feed. This nigga threw a duck, and literally Xavier Legette had to dip down and get it. And this was with nobody on it. They were just running, individual drill. There was nobody on it. He was just running routes. This nigga threw a duck to Xavier Legette in practice. I'm hating, though. I'm hating. Russell Wilson under Dave Canales had one season where he had double-digit interceptions. If you look on your screen right here, 3 years in the league, two double-digit interceptions. You can't win if you don't have the ball. You can't throw the ball if you don't have the ball. 23 fumbles. You can't win if you don't have the ball. You can't throw the ball if you fumble the ball. Well, Big Cat, his first year he was sacked. Let me see what it is. He was sacked 62 times, man. He was sacked 62 times, and he didn't have no time, Big Cat. And Big Cat, not only was he sacked 62 times, Big Cat, he was pressured over 150 times, Big Cat. They pressured him 150 times, and he was sacked 62 times. And can't nobody win, and can't nobody throw for touchdown. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm glad you brought that up. Give me a second. I don't think nobody could do it either. C.J. Stroud damn near sacked 40 times his rookie year. He was pressured 123 times. Playoffs. C.J. Stroud was sacked 38 times, damn near 40 times. He was pressured 123 times rookie year. Playoffs. 23 touchdowns. 5 interceptions. Because you know why? You know why he only had 5 interceptions despite being sacked over 40 times? You know why he had only 5 interceptions his rookie year despite being pressured over 123 times? You know why? Because he take care of the ball. His decision making is sound. That's why. Same shit, bro. Bryce sacked over 62 times. Bryce pressured over 162. What did he do? Forcing shit, not taking care of the ball. Both them niggas was under duress. Both them niggas was under mass duress, dog. One nigga decided to take care of the ball despite being under mass duress. That's phenomenal, man, to be sacked 40 times and pressured over 126 times and only 5 interceptions? Nigga, that's phenomenal. That's maturity. That's called I know how to play quarterback. If I'm going down, my nigga, I'm protecting this ball going down. You know what I mean? I ain't forcing nothing. You see the growth mentality. You see the damn maturity there. Stay right there. Shout out to my nigga Big Iron. He said, "You're not hating, Big Cat. His arm is a hot air balloon belonging in a circus, not on the gridiron." Facts. Shout out to my nigga Big Iron there. Yeah, brother. Hey, listen, man. At this point in time, I don't know what to tell you. You guys make excuses for his sacks. You guys made excuses for his pressure. I'm looking at the nigga behind him, come behind him, literally make the playoff with that same similar kind of number. Not quite, but similar, right? Okay, Big Cat, well, year number 2, Bryce Young had 15 passing touchdowns. And, I said he got sacked 29 times, right? Bryce Young got sacked 29 times. So the Panthers made adjustment. And this is what I'm saying when people say we still need to see Bryce Young get some help. Literally, 2024, the Panthers cut his sacks in half. So let's use implied logic here. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Don't get me to lying, okay? I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I struggle with a lot of things, okay? Let's use implied math. Let's use implied logic. Here's implied logic. If a nigga was sacked 62 times the year before, and I say, hey, I'm going to cut your sacks down in half, essentially, your passing yards and your passing touchdown should go up, right? Right? I'm talking to you in the chat. Answer me. I'm sorry, Big Cat tripping. Got left them steroids. I'm tripping, but seriously, answer me, bro. Like, answer me. If I cut your sacks down from damn near 30 sacks the year before, don't your touchdown and your passing yards go up? I don't know. What you say now? I don't know, Big Cat. He had to receive it. I don't know. Oh, he had to receive it then. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at C.J. Stroud. A nigga who will get paid, by the way. C.J. Stroud, year 2. Check this out, man. Hey, look how ridiculous this is. C.J. Stroud went from 38 sacks year one to 52 sacks. So C.J. Stroud literally had a shittier offensive line in 2024 than Bryce Young, sack-wise. He was sacked 52 times in 2024, and he was pressured 174 times in 2024. Bryce Young was sacked 29 times 2024, and Bryce Young was pressured 120. Now close your eyes here. I'm gonna ask you to do something again. Close your motherfucking eyes for me. Close your eyes here. Let's do something real quick. If I told you that a nigga got pressured damn near, what's 38 minus 52? Help me out. Help me out. What's that? Like 14? Help me out, man. Don't laugh. Is it 14? Somewhere around 14? If I told you a nigga got sacked damn near 14 more times more than he did the year before, there's no way in hell his numbers are going to be anywhere near 4,000 yards passing. Right? This is what we call implied logic. This is what we're doing. I'm in college right now, by the way. I'm taking quantitative reasoning. Okay, so look, it's one of my things I'm learning. Look, so if I told you a nigga from winning the rookie of the year, went up 14 plus more sacks, right? His numbers should be nowhere near what he had his rookie year. Check this out. With 14 more sacks, with damn near 52 more pressures, C.J. Stroud still threw for 3,700 yards and 20 touchdowns. $14 more sacks and damn near, what's this? Damn near, what's that? About 34 more pressures, 174 pressures. He threw for 3,700 yards and 20 touchdowns. I'm hating though. Bryce Young, that same year, seen a reduction in sacks by 29 from 62 and was pressured 120. He was pressured, let me see. He was 174. He was pressured 52 more times less than C.J. Stroud, and a nigga threw for 15 touchdowns and 2,400 yards. Oh man, you always hating. Oh man, you always got something to say. Oh man, you always got. What do you want me to say? Niggas sacked 52, or nigga sacked 29 times. Other nigga get sacked 14 plus more times. Nigga get pressured 52 more times less than you, and a nigga still besting you by damn near 1,300 yards passing on top of 9 touchdowns extra. And you wonder why we have yet to extend this niggas. But I'm hating though. I'm hating. This is a hate channel. I hate the team. Why would I hate the team? But I'm buying jersey. I got memorabilia on the wall. Bud Light reached out to me, send me a fan box. Bud Light ain't never reached out to none of you niggas that send you no fan box. Niggas send me a fan box, man. You know what I mean? So like, come on, man. Like, man, I don't know what to do, man. It's like, I know I ain't the only one seeing this shit. Am I in cock la la land? Last but not least, here, let me show you Bryce Young last year. Bryce Young finally came out the box last year. He was sacked 2 more times less than 2024, 27 times, and he was pressured 129 times. His pressures went up last year, given the inconsistency of the offensive line. He finally threw for 3,000 yards and 23 touchdowns. C.J. Stroud last year, he was sacked 23 times, threw for 3,041 yards, 19 touchdowns. Finally being bested by Bryce Young when it came to touchdowns and passing yards. And he was also pressured 101 times last year. ultimately, C.J. Stroud still made the playoff the last 3 years. Stay right there. Shout out to Big Iron. He's a good for you, Big Cat. Don't glaze the mediocrity. Yeah, brother. Thank you, Big Iron, for that super sticker, brother. I can't do that, brother. My point and my intention is to show you guys, like, man, there's a reason why Bryce hasn't got that extension, and it's partially let me go back to the main screen. We about done here in just a second. My intent with this live stream was to show you guys that there's multiple factors in why Bryce Young has yet to be signed. The number one reason is probably because they're waiting for the market to settle. I showed you guys today where Baker, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson are all due for big payouts. And don't forget Josh Allen in the next couple of years. So before they put any kind of money down, they want to see how the market settles out. Okay? That's number one reason why they haven't signed him yet. It's really about the money thing. Okay? The second thing is Bryce Young they're still trying to evaluate him under Canales. It sounds corny. It sounds stupid. It sounds really, really like a scapegoat or whatever. I looked where Bryce Young sacks were cut in half from 62 to 29. That shows me improvement from what their roster moves they had made. Wide receivers, they don't brought in Deontay Johnson when he was, just off the Steelers. He did good for a little bit before he got up out of here. You know what I mean? You had not Adam Sandler. You had Adam Thielen for 1,000 yards. You know what I mean? You had a bunch of 1,100-yard rushers. You know what I mean? You had Chuba rushing for 1,100 yards one time. You had Rico Dowdle coming here doing his thing. You know what I mean? What more evaluation did you need to see, dog? What more evaluation did you need to see? You know what I mean? To turn a blind eye to what you're seeing is to accept mediocrity, as my boy Big Iron just said. If at this point, if you can't see it, it's because you're choosing not to see it, Carolina front office. Or maybe let me wrap a taste on this. Let me offer a different perspective. Maybe the Carolina Panthers already got their mind made up to where they're ready to do a trade. Maybe the Carolina Panthers are one step ahead of me. Maybe the Panthers say, look, we're going to publicly keep his name up as a good guy, as a good man, as a good player. Keep his name salivated. And let me tell you something. Yeah, my damn near took my glasses off again. I got in the habit of pulling the glasses out. Let me pull them off again. And let me tell you something. David Tepper, Dan Morgan, if you listen or anybody knows him, get this message out to him. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I don't never judge no man by what they say. The lips can lie. You know what I mean? The lips do a lot of things, and lying is one of them. But based off you guys' action, you guys don't fuck with Bryce. And it's so clear that's the right move, but you guys are scared too. And particularly David Tepper. David Tepper wants to be the guy that always wins in the end. He's like the guy he's willing to do anything to win, even to his own detriment. Sometimes you gotta cut bait, dog. You gotta cut bait. Sometimes, listen, there's times in my life where I don't have shitty investments. I don't invest it into people. Yeah. I don't invest it into women. I don't invest it into businesses. I don't invest it into channels. I don't invest, and it hurts to say I gotta cut bait. It hurts. Nobody wants to lose. And there will be a period where you're gonna second guess yourself. But let me tell you something, front office and David Tepper, you're so much better than your past once you accept your future. You're so much better than that, brother. Because this little transition that we're going to have to go through, it's going to be a drop in the bucket compared. You got brand new stadium finna be upgraded within the next 20, 30, my nigga. You're going to have people, you're trying to draw in crowd. You're trying to get a draft. You're trying to get a Super Bowl. You want the total fan experience, right? You want and you're scared because Baker Mayfield made you look stupid. Yeah. Baker Mayfield made you look real stupid. Y'all sent Baker to L.A. and that nigga went and scored a winning game touchdown 3 days later. Made you look real stupid. Then you send Baker went to the division rival. Baker made the playoff multiple times. But wait, there's more. Then y'all made a trade, which was a beautiful trade for Sam Darnold. You cocksuckers got greedy. You guys got your eyes got too big for you. You wanted your cake and you eat it too the same day. Y'all brought Sam Darnold in here. Y'all ran him into the ground. Y'all shipped him up out of here. Now Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. Think about that. Man, if I made a bet 10 years ago that Sam Darnold will be a Super Bowl champion, I'll be a rich. Who seen that coming? And you're scared because if you cut bait from Bryce Young, Bryce is going to turn into either Sam or Baker. But let me tell you something. Man, let me tell you something, front office. Sometimes the fit with you ain't always the right fit, dog. When I got rid of my ex, my nigga, I'm not worried about how great she became after me or how worse she became after me. All I know is with me, we weren't compatible. And you got to come to that mindset with Bryce Young. You got to come to the mindset that he may go on to do good things. He may go on to suck like I predicted. But with me, we're not compatible. Or lose it all fucking with him. Or lose it all, I'm fucking with him. I don't know about you, man. I don't plan on sitting around, watching a nigga with a noodle arm for the next 5 to 10 years, bro. Like, come on, you cheating your fans, my nigga. You know what I mean? You want the city of Charlotte and Mecklenburg County. You want your local residents to pay for that stadium and upgrade to pavilions and upgrade to suite boxes and shit like that. Well, make it worth it, dog. Because I damn sure know the folks in Kansas City know it's worth it. If you ask them folks in Kansas City right now, should we pay X amount of dollars in taxes for the Kansas City Chiefs? They're going to say, absolutely. Ask the folks in Seattle. They're going to say, yeah, absolutely. Hell, even shout out to Big Nick's Dicks, Big Bo Nicks. Them folks in Denver going to pay that tab. Yeah, you telling niggas to choose between $5 gallons of milk and $8 loaf of bread to pay for your fucking scoreboard to watch both Bryce Young? Nigga, get out of here. The fuck out of here, man. The fuck up out of here, man. You want me to pay an extra tax fee for your stadium and your scoreboard to watch Bryce Young underthrow niggas and get swept up out of here? When it's already hard to buy a loaf of milk and a gallon of milk, a bread of milk, loaf of bread. Nigga, get out of here with that. The fuck out of here with that. So yeah, man, I hate to be egregious, man. I know this is probably gonna rub some of you the wrong way, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Like I said, I love this team, and I hope Bryce does well. But for the sake of me being true to what I know, I just don't see Bryce Young getting that extension. It's definitely plausible, okay? Bryce Young does do some good things, man. You know what I mean? Bryce Young does do some good things, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Big Isaac. Good for you, Big Cat. Don't glaze to mediocrity. Yes, sir. For that super sticker there. But listen, man. Bryce Young does do some good things, man. His decision making at times can buy you some extra plays on the field, right? Bryce Young's ability to escape the pocket. Bryce Young's ability to extend plays. You know what I mean? At times, Bryce can be accurate, right? You know what I mean? But when I look at him in a whole, if I look at him as a whole and I look at what he brings, does his good outweigh his bad? And these are the kind of decisions you have to make, right? I love the gentleman as a man. I think he's a good God-fearing man. I love the Lord myself, I swear. You know what I mean? Good God-fearing man, humble, easy to get along with. You know what I mean? If he was running if he was running a camp, a counselor, if he was running like a overnight camp, or I'll trust him, I'll trust him with my wife here, man, because I know he wouldn't do nothing. But as far as a football player, stay away from the field. And you know what I mean? That's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. Not everybody, you know what I mean, transitions to the next level at a high peak, right? Look at Anthony Richardson. I think the world of Anthony Richardson, but he just not translated. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, I'm not worried about him, you know, and that's really the main thing. They're scared that he's gonna move on and become good. You know what I mean? They're scared that he's gonna move on. He's not a good fit for us, man. You know what I mean? When you got niggas on the team like Chris Braswell and David Leggett, you got 2'6'5" niggas, you know what I mean, running 4 3s, but your quarterback can't get them the ball. Like, that's embarrassing, man. You know what I mean? None of them niggas, if then both them niggas go up to Buffalo, them niggas ain't struggling to get the ball. Josh got a cannon. Send him to Kansas City, he got a cannon. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't believe what happened last year was true. You know what I mean? And I think you guys are going to come back down to earth. I think this is Bryce's last year here, okay? As far as the evaluation with Dave Canales, I don't know what else they can evaluate, man. I don't see Bryce with an offensive line. I don't see Bryce without an offensive line. I don't see Bryce with a running game. I seen Bryce without a running game. I seen Bryce with a defense. We had Brian Burns here, y'all. We had Brian Burns and Derek Brown here. We had Brian Burns here, y'all, with Derek Brown. We had Brian Burns. We had Brian Burns and Derek Brown, y'all. Brian Burns, Derek Brown, J.C. Horn. We had Brian Burns, y'all, Derek Brown, J.C. Horn here. We seen him with a defense. We seen him without a defense. We seen him with a court. We seen him with a receiver. We seen him without a receiver. The only thing we have yet to see Bryce Young with is a tight end, and they have yet to bring him in a tight end. So if you're unless you niggas gonna trade for Kittles or something like that, then ain't no more us to evaluate him with. I don't see him with a 1,000-yard receiver. I seen him with 2,000-yard receiver. I seen him with Ted McMillan. I seen him with Adam Thielen. I don't see him with a 1,000-yard rusher, Chuba Hubbard. I don't see him with Rico Dallo. I don't see him with a top defense. I don't see him with Brian Burns. What else? Do a nigga gotta put him in a stroller and scroll that motherfucker? I don't know what else you want me to do. What else you want me to do? I don't know. What else do you need to see that you guys haven't seen already? And I dare one of you to call me a lie, say we haven't seen none of that. I dare one of you niggas in the chat to say that I'm lying. We haven't seen him with none of that. Only thing we ain't yet seen him with is a tight end. But I tell you what. Let me put the schedule on the screen. I'll tell you what. That schedule ain't playing. My nigga. You're already down 2 starting tackles. That Bears defensive line, Montez Sweat, Grady Jarrett, ain't playing with you. If you ain't checked out the edge rushers in Atlanta, they ain't playing with you. I know Cleveland got rid of Myles Garrett, but they still got that white boy from Michigan, and they picked up Jared Verse. They not playing with you. Aiden Hutchinson in Detroit, they ain't playing with you. The Georgia Bulldog Philadelphia Eagles ain't playing with you. Don't get me started on my Philadelphia Eagles Georgia Bulldogs team. That defense ain't playing with you. Mike got shut against Tampa Bay. You got Micah Parsons up in Green Bay. They not playing with you. You got Denver and with Denver's defense, man. Them niggas ain't playing with you. Don't get me started on Baltimore's defense. They ain't playing with you niggas, man. Seattle defense ain't. Go ahead and think that lolly-dolly noodle arm bullshit is going to beat them teams. Rico Dotto's gone, man. Niggas ain't rushing for 200 yards, nigga. We dealing with real pass rushers this year, my nigga. Real pure pass rushers, nigga. Montez Sweat, you got them you got Jalen Walker and that murdering nigga from Tennessee, week 2. You got motherfucking Brandon Mason, week 3, with Jared Verse. You got Aiden Hutchinson, week 4. You got real niggas with real pass rush skills coming in here the first 4 weeks. And we got one nigga on blood thinners, and we got one nigga that's gonna be a rissy. And you But I'm hating though, man. I'm hating. I'm hating on Bryce Young. I don't see Bryce Young throwing for more than 20 touchdowns. And if lucky, he'll throw for 3,000 yards. And most of those touchdowns will come in garbage time, in case you guys are wondering. The only reason why I got him stopping right at 20. I think he stops right at 20 when it comes to touchdown. Bottom line, y'all, the reason why the Panthers haven't, I said this again, and I'll say it one more time before we get out of here. The reason why the Panthers haven't extended him, they're waiting on the market to settle. Apparently, they're still evaluating him under Dave Canales. Or maybe they're probably trying to hype him up for a trade. Okay. I see at least 5 wins, y'all. I did this. Let me do it real quick before we get out of here. Y'all got any questions before I get out here? I'm loving you guys. You guys have been fantastic today. I appreciate you guys' participation. Uncle Big Cat had to preach to you guys today. And again, hopefully nobody gets offended. But if you do, man, that's something you might want to check on yourself. But you know what I mean? This is a tough reality, right? This is not your typical Panthers channel. I'm not here to glaze anybody. You know what I mean? Okay? I just give it up from what I've seen. I've been a fan. Listen, bro, I'm too old, bro. I'm too old to kiss niggas' ass for a super sticker or a cash app. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you like it, hit the like button, share, subscribe, hype it up. If not, then, you know, there's other channels out there. But I'm not that guy. And I also try to be fair and put things into perspective, okay? All right? So I thank you guys for that. Make sure y'all ask me some questions here. I'm going to go over the schedule with you guys who are new to the channel. And I predict 5 wins, my nigga, okay? Let me say this again. I got us beating Cleveland, okay? I know Deshaun Watson is there, and I don't believe in Deshaun Watson. That's 1. What is this? Tampa Bay, week 7. That is a 1 o'clock game at home. So I do got us beating Tampa Bay at home. That's win number 2. We got New Orleans in New Orleans. I like Tyler Schultz, man, but you know, we always play them tough. We always play those guys tough. That's win number 3, right? Win number 4, Minnesota. You know what I mean? Kyler Murray, we always have Kyler Murray's number. We always have Kyler Murray's number. I know they got Justin Jefferson and shit. I'm not worried about that. That's win number 4. Win number 5 comes at Atlanta, week 18. Okay, I think Atlanta's going to be out of playoffs contention. Bryce Young probably is going to be benched. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking week 18, we pick up a win against Atlanta. Okay? So again, if you want to know where my 5 wins are coming from, I got us against Cleveland, Tampa Bay, New Orleans on the road, Minnesota, and I also got Atlanta. I think we split with Atlanta this year, and I also think we split with New Orleans this year. Tyler Schultz and that offense is delicious, man. No homo. A very delicious offense down there, man. You know, with that Tyson kid, and they got ETN. ETN tore our ass up last week. You remember week 1 last year? Week 1 last year, Travis Etienne, he tore our ass apart. So what makes you think with more weapons? You know what I mean? More weapons, he's going to get worse. So I think we split with the Saints. We split with the Falcons, man. And I think we split with the Buccaneers. But yeah, man. It's going to be tough sledding. Shout out to Trucking Gaming. He said, good show, Big Cat. He said, bump what you're saying. Here's my money. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for that super sticker, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who donated, man. Any questions, man? Let me. I don't did enough of my preaching today. Let me get some of you guys. I'm feeling this. I want to leave, but I'm feeling good right now. I'll take a few questions. Shout out to D Till for that super sticker, brother. I appreciate that. He said, any scenario that they sit Bryce Young for losses. I'm glad you brought that up. I never thought about that, but let's take a peek here. It's hard for me to sit here and say that the Panthers will consider sitting Bryce Young, given the fact that he's essentially playing for extension. So it's hard to consider whether or not to extend somebody if he's not playing. But here's what I will say. Let's say, okay, I got us losing to Chicago, Atlanta, and Detroit. So we start off 1-3, right? let's say we lose to Philadelphia after the bye week. That's 1-4. And let's say we come home, we lose to Tampa. So that's 1-5. Let's say we start off 1-5. So on Prime Video, we take on the Green Bay Packers there. I think they probably give him one more go around. If we lose that, let's say he starts off 1-6, right? All right, only person we beat in the first 6 weeks is Cleveland. Let's say that happens. At that point, the Panthers will have to make up their minds 6 weeks, 7 weeks into the season, where they're not to say, hey, is it time to potentially consider making a trade? Okay? So if by that week, if they say, look, man, we're playing for the draft. We're playing for the draft. We're already 1-6. Let's get something for Bryce Young. That's when you make that call. It literally had to start. You literally had to get off the. And this is not an impossible thing to happen. I'm not saying that it will. I don't believe it will. I got us beating Cleveland and Tampa in the first 7 weeks. But if he gets off to like a 1-6 start, my nigga, I can see them saying like, shut it down, because there's nothing else to see. There's nothing else to see, brother. If there's nothing else to see, you shut it down. You open up that phone. Hello. Hey, Arizona. Hey, Arizona. Or hey, who's a sorry team? Send his ass to New York. Hey, New York, you need a quarterback? Shit, I'll take a second or third round pick for Bryce. Give me a second or a third for Bryce. You know what I mean? Give me a second and a third, excuse me. Because you don't want to get him hurt. If you know it's 1-6, Bryce is stinking it up. See, the problem is if you leave his ass out there, he get hurt, my nigga, then his value gone, bro. Don't nobody want to pay for no hurt brother. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to pay for a live brother. hey, trucking. Don't nobody want to play for a live brother. So definitely ain't gonna pay for no hurt brother. So my point to you is, if we get off to a start where it's just like season gone, shut that shit down. Open up the phone lines, and what y'all call him, Scott Fitterer. That's what y'all call him. Let's cook. What y'all say? Not Scott Fitterer. Damn. That shows you how long I've been around. Not Scott Fitterer, but Dan Morgan, that's cool. Let him cook. Ain't that what y'all say? Let him cook. Let him cook. So that's a very good question, brother. Thank you for that super stick. I never thought about it like that, but to add perspective, yes, sir. If we get off to a shitty start, brother, yeah, good perspective. Thank you for that, brother. Shout out to Dopey. He said the damn alarm bells will be going off after 1-5. I mean, rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. CJ Stroud gonna get his money. To me, CJ Stroud can go out here and have a bad year. He done enough. He done enough, man. And that's really a shame, man, because we had the potential to get CJ, and not to glaze CJ, but I like to give flowers to where they belong. And people, and that's the funny thing about it. That's why today I wanted to show you CJ Stroud's numbers behind the numbers, because a lot of you guys believe that CJ Stroud went to a perfect situation. Hell no. I showed you. CJ Stroud was getting sacked, man. Look at you know, that's the biggest misconception. CJ Stroud went to a better, better situation. CJ Stroud, man, was getting sacked, man. What's this? Let me pull that back up. Let me pull that up. Give me a second. That's why it's important to like really show you this. You know what I mean? Not to glaze him. CJ Stroud got sacked 38 times, 52 times in his first 2 years. And the nigga routinely threw for nothing less than 3,000 yards. Despite even getting sacked 52 times, the nigga threw for 20 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Just let you know, man, his ball security, you know what I mean? He didn't go to no perfect situation, but his play was elevated. You got certain kind of quarterbacks, if you put them into fire, they become B-Shack and the Mindiac and the Bendigo. You know what I mean? You got some niggas, that's a biblical reference in case you don't know. You put some niggas in the fire, they give you gold. You put other niggas in the fire, they give you cold. You put some niggas in the fire, they give you gold, some niggas give you cold. Nigga get sacked 52 times, pressured over 174 times. Surely he ain't throwing for no 20 touchdowns. Surely he not throwing for no 3,000 yards, but he did. I give a nigga 29 sacks, half of 62, and a nigga throw for less than 2,500 yards. And less than 20 touchdowns. You see what I'm saying? I think I don't gave myself a headache. I don't know what else to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you, dog. You know what I mean? And I'm not even glazing. I wanted Bryce Young. But let me tell you something. Unlike a lot of you Bryce Young supporters, guess who was at his first game? Go look this video out there. Guess who sat right there in the front row? I was at the game when the nigga was about to get knocked out. My former co-host was about to get his ass knocked out by Brian Burns' brother. We sat there. Bryce Young right there. I watched that shit with my own two eyes, my nigga. Watching Bryce Young is the most painful thing I ever experienced. In case you guys don't know, I broke my ankle before, and that hurt like hell. But watching Bryce Young at his first ever game, I was there. I supported the dude. I rooted for him. I had his jersey with me. I was waving in the air like a helicopter. North Carolina, go ahead and raise up. Take your shirt off. Us. Yeah, I was crunk in Atlanta Stadium. North Carolina, go ahead and raise up. Take your shirt off. Take your head. Helicopter. And the final score, 32-15. Nigga, my face was so twisted when I seen that score. Watching Bryce Young play. Jesse Bates picking that nigga off left and right, my nigga. I couldn't believe it. Listen. I had more pleasure coming to Charlotte watching Sam Darnold take the Minnesota Vikings to overtime. I was at that game. The first play of the game, Sam Darnold threw an interception. I'm talking about a nigga just got his Bojangle chicken tenders, dog. I went to Cassations. I got an old fat ass sippy. I got a sippy with some barbecue sauce and a Bud Light, my nigga. I sat down. I didn't even pull my belt waist open. Before I could dip my chicken tender, nigga threw an interception. Now, mind you, the game is 3 hours long. First play of the game of a 3 hour game, a nigga threw an interception. And I still had more fun watching Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold came back and took us to overtime that game, even though we lost. Niggas was leaving. You niggas was leaving and everything. You niggas was leaving the game. Oh, man, I'm leaving. Sam Darnold brought us back and we still lost. But it was a hell of a game. I never felt that way about Bryce. I never had that experience. That's why I got a Sam Darnold jersey in his closet to this day, Panther jersey. I believed in Sam Darnold, my nigga. There's footage of me believing in Sam Darnold, my nigga. This whole organization was in a rush to I don't know what it is. You niggas want instant grits. I come from an organization about development, and I mean, I come from a home where homemade grits, shit, always trump instant grits. But with Bryce Young, my nigga, the development period over with. That's over with. It became painfully clear to me after 1 year that this wasn't going to be it. I knew after 1 year, this ain't it, dog. This ain't it, dog. His rookie year, his first ever game. Did you go, for those who support Bryce Young, did you go to Bryce Young's first ever game? I'm a hater, but I paid good money and a nice steak. Had a nice steak too. Good old delicious steak. Yeah. Just to watch this nigga get picked off 3 times. He ain't it, dog. He ain't it, brother. I'll be whatever name you're going to leave me in the chat, because I'm pretty sure you're going to leave me some names in the chat. But he ain't it, man. And I dare any of you, when you get a chance, rewind this video and make an argument against anything I said. You'll be wrong and delusional. No, I don't hate this team. No, I don't hate Charlotte. But at the same time, I'm not finna sit here and just compromise my integrity for some bullshit, dog. I ain't that guy, dog. I never been that guy. Y'all know me. Y'all know me, bro. I've been around. I ain't that guy, dog. I call it for what it is. I told you niggas Terrence Marshall wasn't gonna be shit. Oh, you're hating, Big Cat. Terrence Marshall played with Justin Jefferson. I don't give a damn if he played with Jesus. I told you Terrence Marshall wasn't going to be shit. Oh, he played with Justin Jefferson. Man, Big Cat, you was right. I had a nigga on my channel last year. I said Rico Dotto will be the #1 back in Carolina. You always trying to start mess with somebody. You always trying to take somebody's job and trying to make people. Rico Dotto is the #1 rusher in Carolina. Oh, Big Cat, you was right. I told you Jonathan Mingo wasn't. I told you Devin Funches wasn't shit. I told you Ian Thomas wasn't shit. When will you learn, my nigga? We don't do this for fun. We do this for funs. When will you niggas learn, nigga? That maybe you may not like what I'm saying, but if you actually listen to what I'm saying, it makes sense. There's a reason why them niggas ain't talking about no extension. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get some questions real quick, man. I'm feeling good. I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here, but give me some questions. I want some questions today, man. Come on, man. I'm feeling good today. Hey, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button too, man. Hit that like button. Hit that cheer button, man. Rock with me, man. Rock with me. Yeah. Shout out to Port Dog. What's up, Port Dog? He said San Francisco gave up more and got off a quarterback Trey Lance faster than Hey, there you go. Shout out to who's that dude? Port Dog. Shout out to Snoop Dogg brother Port Dog. He said that San Francisco gave up more for Trey Lance and they got rid of Trey Lance. Very good. Shout out to Port Dog. Port Dog. The Niners traded for. Let me take a peek at you. The Niners traded for. Take a peek at you. The Niners traded for Trey Lance. Remember when they traded up for itty bitty Trey Lance? They cut his ass so fast. They got off of him. And he ain't been the same. He was a top 10 pick. Why can't we do it? You know what I'm saying? I like doing the screen like that. Shout out to Port Dog, brother. Yeah, good point, man. Good point. Classic Hockley. Shout out to Lucky. Lucky says, what's the floor for the Carolina Panthers? Floor is the floor is 5 wins. And the ceiling is probably more like 7. I mean, at the absolute best. I mean, if the Carolina Panthers are hitting on everything, the absolute best is probably 7 wins. If the Panthers are absolutely just, like I said, they overcome this offensive line, they overcome injuries, they overcome everything. Like I said, they just overcome everything. Then the absolute best for the Carolina Panthers will be 7 wins. Absolute worst, obviously, it could be like 3 wins. That could be the absolute worst, but I don't see them doing there. I think the happy middle would be 5. I got them for 5. You know what I mean? I think the ceiling is 7. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. We'll see. I got them for 5, brother. But I'm talking about in a perfect world, everything goes right. Bryce had the best year. I still got him for 7 wins. I mean, that's you know what I mean. Let's get some more questions out here. Having a good time tonight. If you're new to the channel, man, do me a favor, man. Hype me up. Hype the video up, dog. Hype me up, dog. I know you're looking. Don't be a peeper. Subscribe, man. Get your membership. Yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe. Let's get these numbers up. You guys are doing so good. I thank you for your appreciation. I'm going to reward you this year. I'm going to give you some good content. KJ said, everyone hit that like button. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jay Wicks. He said, out of all the quarterbacks next year, Big Cat, who do you want, Big Cat? I told you, nigga. Kamehameha, Super Saiyan. I want Julian Saiyan. Hey, Jay Wicks, I told you I want that Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Give me Julian Saiyan. Give me Julian Super Saiyan, dog. From Ohio State. The Kamehameha. Adam says, you think XL is his final year with us? Absolutely, dog. Yeah. Yeah, this is X final year, man. I'll tell you what, man. Shout out to I ain't gonna be messy. I ain't gonna be messy. I don't know if somebody went back and took. I ain't gonna do that. I seen a reporter get into it with a fan about a topic about Xavier. I hope that ain't. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, but long story short, this is X last year here, man. I mean, look what's going on in training camp. You got niggas like Nassim Reed. You got the nigga from Braswell from Tennessee. You know what I mean? And John Mechie. You got Mechie. Man, let me tell you something. Mechie is on this team for a reason. Mechie and Bryce Young, they got chemistry, dog. You know what I mean? So, to me, Xavier Legette, I think they're going to trade his ass. When you start seeing coaches being too nice to niggas, that's not a good thing. You hear Dave Canales, oh, man, I love how he's been working. I love how big he's got. I love how strong he is. Yeah, they got to get rid of his ass. Nigga in there doing boxing drills and shit. Nigga in there doing boxing. Tell you what, nigga, take your boxing gloves, put some baby oil on them boxing gloves, and go catch with that. If you learn how to catch with boxing gloves on, nigga, that's impressive. You know, I don't give a damn about you being no boxer. Oil them things up. Oil your gloves up and go catch with them. Maybe you can make some plays. Yeah, that nigga gone, man. Shout out to Jay Wick. What's up, boy? He said, you think Canal is going to get his quarterback? Absolutely. You're not listening, Jay Wick. I said, Kamea, Julian Sayad. A lot of you guys talking about Dante Moore. I don't know if we're going to be high enough to get Dante Moore. Let me take a peek. Let's go back here to the board. Boosting. Let's go back to the board. Spin there. Shit. Don't anybody in the chat say anything about Arch Manning, okay? We're gonna get you out of here if you say that. Nobody gives a damn about no Arch Manning. This is the most overrated quarterback in the world. So Dante Moore, you got CJ Carr, Drew Messmaker, Darshan Minshie from Miami, and Julian Sayin. You got Jaden Mavivalia, Trinidad Chambliss, man. And then you got the gambling addict right here. You got the gambling addict Brent Sorsby, which could be a gem. You know what I mean? But me personally, this is who I want. Give me Julian Sayin, brother. I don't think we're going to get Dante Moore. I think we're going to be too good to get him. Yeah. And plus, I don't think Arch Manning parents are going to let him come to Carolina. Let's say we did get in position to get Arch Manning. Man, they're going to, remember what they did with Eli Manning? He traded from San Diego. They're going to do that same crap. So I don't want to deal with the Manning headache. But yeah, if you ask me, this is what I want. I want Julian Sayin, brother. I want Julian Sayin. And don't nobody say nothing about no Lenore Seller, man. That's a joke, man. Just imagine Xavier Legette playing quarterback. That's what Julian Seller. That's what Lenore Seller is. So I don't want to hear crap about Lenore Sellers, unless you want to see Xavier play quarterback. Oh yeah. Did I piss you off today? Well, good. That means I did my job. Did I piss you guys off today? I hate that old fat content creator. That fat nigga be talking shit. I know y'all be talking about me. I don't care. That old fat nigga always hating on somebody. Old fat nigga. That old fat nigga always hating on somebody. Fat nigga. I be reading y'all comments. Hey, I be reading y'all comments. I be dying laughing, but silly. Oh, fat nigga. Oh, fat ass nigga. Somebody showed me a video about a nigga talking about me in the costume at the stadium. This nigga in that costume. I love it. I'm that nigga that you love to hate. Yeah, I love it when you hate. All they do is feel me. Yeah. Shout out to Jay Wicks. He said, what do you think about the quarterbacks for State, even though he's coming out later? To my Mississippi State? I ain't sorry, Brian. I ain't take a peek at him yet. He's how tall is Dante Moore? Let me take a peek. Let me see how big he is. Oh, fat nigga. Give me a second. Dante Moore. Oh, fat nigga. Dante Moore is 6'3", brother. Don't forget about Trinidad Shambliss, man. I think Trinidad is a little smaller though. Give me a second. I like him, man, but I don't see the Panthers, dealing with another scrambler nigga. I like Trinidad, believe it or not. He came from Ferris State Division II, man. He was pretty cold down there. See, Trinidad is only 6 foot tall. That'll be another undersized quarterback. That's right up there with the Bryce Young shit. I don't think they're going to deal with that again. Bryce Young has niggas' stomachs turning, so although I think Trinidad is special, I don't see them getting another undersized quarterback like that. I'm praying to God we get this pure white boy right here. Julian Sanya, man. Julian Sanya's going to put on a clinic this year, dog. You know what I mean? That boy cold, man. I like that nigga Sanya, brother. That nigga cold. I'm hoping we get that boy, man. Good old white boy. Slang that rock, you know what I mean? He had 32 touchdowns last year. Him and what's that old Jeremiah Smith. You know what I mean? And then see, this is what I like about him. He finna go dumb. He finna go dumb, my nigga, because they got Chris Henry's son up there. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the late great Chris Henry. You got Chris Henry's son up there, man. Them niggas finna cook like a motherfucker, bro. Ooh, I hope he just kind of be quiet. I don't want him to get too high because niggas gonna probably trade up to get him. But yeah, man, yeah, him and Chris Henry son up there, man. Oh man, shit gonna be lit, brother. It will be lit. He said Mac Jones 2.0. Somebody get swole up out of non-play. Y'all know that nigga swole a racist. Why you don't like the white quarterback? And I'm playing. He not no racist. Y'all leave him alone. He's my guy, man. Yeah. Shout out to Adam. He said, sucks. We got to go through another season for nothing. Yeah, to be honest with you, Adam, hey, look, man, I'm with you, brother. I've been a fan, like I said, since about 2000. Since the 2000s, man. And, you know what I mean? As a fan, at some point, you kind of wish that, you know what I mean, these games meant something, man. But unfortunately, man, when you got the quarterback you got, it is what it is. Shout out to Jay Wicks. He said, wasn't there a content creator that made it on a Panthers wire one time with all that hating? I don't know, brother. I don't know. That's news to me. Get in my inbox. Let me know let me know about the nigga that was hating on the Panthers wire. Yeah. But like I said to you, brother, man, it just I don't feel like the quarterback really, man. This team has enough pieces to make a run. If you go back and look at C.J. Stroud, man, I hate to keep doing this, but I gotta keep making a point. If you go back and look at C.J. Stroud first year in Houston, he made the playoff, dog. He threw for 4,000 yards, but I want you to look at his surrounding pieces, dog. Devin Singletary, Damian Pierce. He had a young Tank Dell. He had Nico Collins. He had Dalton Schultz. Really, man, I think that use of that tight end really helped him that year. And that's one thing, to be fair to Bryce Young. We ain't never had no legit tight end, man. I always wonder, like, if you give Bryce like a Kittles, if you give Bryce like a Kyle Pitts or somebody like that, what does that look like? What does that look like, man? Did you know that the NFL, they ranked all the tight ends classes or groups? You know the Carolina Panthers came in 0, right? They had 0 tight ends in their top classes of this year, man. 0 tight ends ranked in their top classes, brother. So I was like, you know what I mean? If you look at what he did, if you look at C.J. Stroud did his first year, I mean, outside of Nico Collins, and Tank Dell was a dog his first year, but I mean, literally a little bit of much to nothing. He ain't really had too much, you know what I mean? It's just the fact that they had a damn quarterback, dog. And a hell of a defense, too. Had a hell of a defense. You had Jonathan Gennard and Will Anderson his rookie year. Had a hell of a defense, a good quarterback. And you had a solid receiver, man. If you go back to Bryce Young's first year, in 2023. Had a decent running back. He had a number one receiver. He had a mid-level wide receiver number 2. And if you look at the defense, Brian Burns had 8 sacks, and Lou had 5.5 sacks, and YGM had 4.5 sacks. You know what I mean? We didn't make the playoffs. So if you look at us fast forward this year, man, outside of a tight end, man, if take the quarterback out of the equation. Let me pull this up. Take the quarterback out of the equation. Okay? And just look at what we got to offer this year. If we just would you say this is a playoff team? Let's say just take the quarterback out. Let's say we had a perfect quarterback, okay? Would you say Chuba Hubbard, Ted McMillan, Jalen Coker, Xavier Legette, and the rest of them guys, along with his offensive line and his defense? If I just told you, hey, let's say we had like a mid-level quarterback, right? Just choose whatever quarterback you had. I'm asking you a question, by the way. Let's say you put a mid-level quarterback on this team, but you kept everything else the same this year. Would you instantly say that this is a playoff team? I'm asking you a question, by the way. What's up, Keytwan? What's up, boy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. I'm asking you guys a question. I need you guys to answer that. If I took Bryce Young off this team, but I kept everybody else on this team for offensive line, wide receivers, running back, defense, would you instantly say this is a starting playoff team? I said, yeah. Okay. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Come and talk to me. Don't tell me y'all got tired of me. Y'all ain't gonna respond? Okay. My point is, man, it's pretty obvious, man. If you give us a decent quarterback with these weapons around us, I promise you, we're no less than a wild card team. We're no less than a wild card team, man. So with that being said, the fact that I even had to do hypothetical shit like this, it should already tell you that, it should already tell you what needs to be done. It should already tell you. The problem is you don't want to hear it, man, because it's not pretty. You know what I mean? And again, don't nobody want to be the fan that always got a motherfucking, you know what I mean? Hope that, you know what I mean? Like, don't nobody want to always be hopping in the draft for quarterbacks. You know what I mean? And I feel like we have done a good enough job giving this guy a development period. You know what I mean? You gotta give niggas grace. We have done that. We went out here, we got Robert Hunt. Not only did we get Robert Hunt, we went and got the other guard. We got Akeem Ekwonu. On defense, we got Mike Jackson to become an elite cornerback. We cut Bryce Young's rookie sack from 62 to 29. Everything that you say we needed, we have already done. Except have a tight end. And it had to, I don't know what else. I don't know what else, brother. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you, but like this shit be hurting me, bro. Like, this shit make my head hurt, bro. Like, I'm not even hating, bro. I'm not even hating, bro. What else I need to tell you? Like, what? I'm gonna tell you, man. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my nigga Keytwan. What my brother say there? Give me 1 second here. Keytwan says, I miss. Give me 1 second here. He says, give me a second. I can't, hold on, man. My screen ain't updated. Let me read your comment, man. Give me a second. Let me read your comment. Yeah, man, that's all I'm saying about Bryce Young. Give me a second, y'all. We're going to get up out of here just a second. Had a good time with you guys today. Let me read this comment. Give me 1 second. I had a great time with you guys, man. I love you for that, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm gonna drop the link Wednesday. We'll do a Wednesday show. I got finals, or final exams this week, but I'm gonna drop the link Wednesday. I want to hear from you guys. I'm gonna let you guys come up here and talk to me. Let me read what my man said here. What happened to my screen, man? Oh, shout out to Keith Twain. He said, I miss everybody, Big Cat. I wish we could have a reunion. I understand, brother. Absolutely, brother. I definitely understood there, man. You know what I mean? For those who don't know, man, I used to be Keep Pounding TV, Patches Uncensored. For those who are new to the channel, if I look familiar, that's where I was. And we had a little disagreement and falling out. So, but yeah, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, moving on ain't always a bad thing, especially when you don't do it with spite. But you know what I mean? Maybe one day when things cool down, maybe somebody could bridge the gap there. I won't never say never, man. But right now, I don't know if it'll happen right now. But maybe one day. Okay. Shout out to my man Keto. Shout out to Things or Telix. I'm sorry. Telix says trade for Via Vitae. No sir. No sir. Nah, nigga, we good. y'all just be wanting to trade for anybody and everything, man. Why? Why does that make sense, dog? Hey, why does that make sense? We got Bobby Brown and Lee Hunter. Well, I guess I see why you said that there. Yeah. That D-line scares me too. I think that's gonna come back to haunt us. Trayshawn Wharton, I don't know how he's still on this team. You know what I mean? But I said in the draft we should have got another D lineman. And we did. We got Lee Hunter, but we should have got it. We should have stocked up on beef. You never go wrong with beef. It's what for breakfast. You never go wrong with beef. Okay. Shout out to Adam. He said, "I wonder why he wants out of Tampa Bay." Shit, they probably ain't gonna pay him. Shout out to MH. MH, man, what's up, brother? He said, "Yo, Big Cat, yeah, what's good?" He says, "Bryce. It's Bryce prove-it year. I don't like Bryce. I don't think he's our starting quarterback. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he balls out, but I doubt it." That's my same conjecture, brother. I feel the same way, brother. You know what I mean? And it's not a personal thing. I don't know the brother. You know what I mean? And I'm rooting for my Panthers, and I hope we make the Super Bowl and all. I'm just like you guys. I'm a fan, but I'm a content creator too. But I just don't see it, brother. I just don't see it, brother. I just don't see it, brother. You know what I mean? But I'm surely hoping that he does. You know, how long does it take for you to know something is wrong, right? You know what I mean? I give you a little, I guess I'll give you an example. How long does it take you to know that poo stinks? When you go use the bathroom, how long does it take for you to know that it stinks? Instantly, right? When you smell poo, it stinks. I don't gotta analyze it and say, well, did a nigga have too much corn today? Or did a nigga have too many motherfucking annihilators? Was that a Snicker or was that a Pop-Tart that has my asshole stinking? No! You said it stinks! You flush it! You know what I mean? You don't have to overthink this. You know what I mean? Get rid of them! You don't get rid of them, dog! Don't you? You know what I mean? It don't take you long to know poop stinks, yes. And I'm not saying Bryce Young is poop, but I'm not saying that he's poop, but oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Junkie. He said it takes 4 seasons to smell my stuff. Yes. Shout out to Adam, man. He said, shout out to Keith Twain. He said, do you ever drop the link anymore? Yeah, I will. Not today, man. I'm gonna drop it Wednesday. I'm gonna try to drop it at least once a week. And the reason why I do that to kind of curb the bull stuff. I learned from my mistakes over at Keep Pounding TV. When you drop that link, sometimes people get unpredictable. This way, I can control the amount of vulgarity and stuff. But yeah, I still appreciate you guys' opinion. So starting throughout the season, I'm gonna start dropping it more and more. You know what I mean? We'll kind of play with it, but yeah, ultimately, yeah, I will let you guys get it off. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it Wednesday. I'm gonna go live Wednesday. We're gonna live and chop it up and stuff like that. I'll have a lot of days for it. Shout out to Adam. He said, "How many years would you say till we make the playoffs again? Make a playoff, good push in the playoff. Oh, deep in the playoff. Brother, if I gotta be blunt with you, brother, it all depends on how fast we get this quarterback up to speed. Now, Bryce could come out here and throw for 40 touchdowns and wild and down, and maybe, we finally make that push. You know what I mean? I can't rule that out either. I'll be a fool to rule that out. But if I'm going based off statistics, and what I know about Bryce so far, it's unlikely to happen. Again, I'm taking quantitative reasoning in college right now. Shout out to my college, man, my university, right? Quantitative reasoning is all about implied probability of something happening. Given the implied probability of what Bryce Young has already shown us, the likelihood of us making a deep push under Bryce Young is down. Okay? So with that being said, it's hard for me to answer your question until we get some stability at this quarterback position. I can't answer that for you, brother. I just can't answer that. Now, whenever we get a quarterback or maybe Bryce Young levels out, then we can talk. But I can't give you that, brother. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't give it to you, brother. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Deuce Bigelow. What's up, Deuce Bigelow? What's good, Big Cat? I just tuning in. This is a make it or break it year for Bryce Young. I don't think he's the long-term answer, but he does have some nice weapons to throw to. Absolutely, brother. When I get off this live, I want you to go back and watch it. It was a hell of a live stream, brother. It's going to break it down to why I believe Bryce Young shouldn't be re-signed. And I'm going to tell you why he hasn't been re-signed so far, right? It's not about just his play. It's also about the market setting, being set. So make sure you go back and watch it. But real quick, dog, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. He has the weapons. You know what I mean? There's no doubt in my mind. Jalen Coker got his money. Jalen Coker, the man. He's a number 2. Jalen Coker's our number 2. I think Mechie, if he makes his roster, Mechie's going to be a very vital part to this team. And I also think that what's that dude, Brazel? I think Brazel can be something nice. And not only do I think he has weapons, dog, he has a great defense. That defense is going to lead this team this year. I'm telling you, bro. We're going to lead the league in sacks this year. We're going to lead the league in sacks this year, bro. We're going to lead the leagues in sacks this year. Think about it, man. J.C. Horner and Mike Jackson have five interceptions apiece, right? They did that shit with no front pressure, bro. Nick Gordon had 5 sacks, and Derek Brown had 5 sacks. Them were your leading sack artists. You bring in niggas like Pat Jones. Shout out to Pat Jones. I believe in Pat Jones. You know what I mean? He had 7 sacks before he got hurt the year before. You got Pat Jones. You got Jalen Phillips. You got Devin Lloyd, who seems pretty hungry. You know what I mean? You got niggas that's going to push their pocket, dog. They're going to push it till it pops. Shout out to Donardo, the R. Kelly of YouTube. But yeah, they're going to push till they pop. You know what I mean? That defense will lead this team. I wish football was just strictly defense. I said we'll have the number 1 team in the league. But unfortunately, there's the offensive side of the ball, and I don't think we're going to be very good over there. So yeah, my point to you, bro, whenever you get a chance, rewind it. C.J. Stroud, his first year, bro. C.J. Stroud had a mean defense, dog. Mean defense with Jonathan Grenard and a mean defense with Jonathan Grenard and Will Anderson his rookie year. And he had some nice weapons with Tank Dell and Nico Collins. It reminds me similar to a similar team that we built like their first year. I just don't believe in Bryce, man. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I want some subscribers, dog. I want to try to get to 2,000 subscribers, but if I got to lie to you about shit, I don't want it, bro. You know what I mean? So, I don't see it, man. And trust me, if I'm wrong, I'll come on here. I'm a big boy. I'm literally a big boy. So I own up to my mistakes if I'm a big boy. See how big I am? But yeah, if I make a mistake, I own up to it. Shout out to Jay Wicks. Do you think our defensive coordinator will stay after this year? Hell no, bro. Hell no, dog. Yeah, Wilkes is gone, bro. Evero's gone, bro. Evero finna get this team to number 2 in sacks and a top 10 interception team. He gonna get the hell on. Hey yo, Wicks. Hey yo, Wick. Hey Jay Wick. Hey, that nigga finna get this. He finna get this team top 5 in sacks, top 10 in interception. Finna peel the hell up out of here, dog. Would you, nigga? You know what I mean? Yeah, he finna get the hell on, dog. Time for me to skedaddle. Shout out to Lanthro. What's up, Adam? He say, what have they shown you in the past 19 years? We gonna win 12 wins. Who said that shit? Who said 12 wins? Oh, y'all don't worry about that nigga. He be trolling, man. That's my racist friend, Swole. He be trolling like a motherfucker. he fanned out, dog. He fanned out. You know, I hate when people do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna win 10 wins and 12 wins. You know what I mean? Because it's not, you know, if you're gonna make a claim or assertion about something, let it be supported by facts. There's nothing you've seen over the past 19 years that had led you to make the assertion or claim that we're gonna win 10 plus games. Bryce Young had his best years and we only won 8 games. Y'all gotta stop with that. Y'all just fanned out, bro. I love the team too, but like, I'm not stupid either. Let me cut that fan on. Speaking of fan, that's hot as hell in here, man. 92 degrees in a bit. Yeah. Shout out to Keithorn. He said increased wins for the last 3 years. You see, hey, y'all remember what I said earlier in the show about lowering the bar for this shit? What are we doing? What are we doing, Keithorn? We lowering the bar for niggas, bro? We make the playoff off of backs of Atlanta Falcons with an 8-win record. Why are we lowering the bar? Ask your white man boss at your job. Ask your white man boss at your job, dog. Ask the white man, say, look, man, I got a family and kids at home. I'm tired, boss. I'm gonna clock out early. You think he gonna lower the bar and say, all right, you did enough today? He gonna say, don't worry about coming back, brother. That's that white boss of yours. Everybody get to lower the bar for Bryce Young and his team. Ain't nobody lowering the bar for you. Ain't nobody lowering the bar for me. Why are we lowering the bar for this team? And you know what I mean? I don't get that. I don't get it, bro. That's why, bro, I be on Twitter. I be watching these reporters. Oh, Xavier Legette was boxing today. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that nigga boxing. Bryce Young. Let me tell you something. I was so pissed. I was reading an article. I was trying to find out what happened to Nick Scourton. Remember? I was trying to find out what happened to Nick Scourton. And in the article, these motherfucking reporters are so selfish that they put in the article, oh yeah, and Bryce Young stood by Nick Scourton's side and he refused to let go until the ambulance came or some shit like that. I said, why is that important? Why is that important, dog? I'm trying to figure out what happened to Nick Scourton. These niggas took the time out of their day. Bryce Young refused to leave his side until the health care. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Like that should be blowing me, dog. Why does that matter? Because they're doing anything and everything to hype this nigga up to stick around. I'm hating though. Shout out to Dopey Nightlight. He said, Big Cat, just wait till week 10, it will be an implosion. You mean like the Challenger, or are you talking about the Titan? I'm sorry, man. That was messed up. I'm gonna have to edit that shit. I'm gonna have to edit that. Let me pad that. Shout out to Keytwan. He said it doesn't matter. We went to the playoff 2 wins or 5 wins. Next season 11 or 12 wins. You know I'm gonna hold you to that now. I'm gonna hold you to that. I like it when people do that. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I gotta get out here. I'm having so much fun, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm gonna stick around just for a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But hey, look, I'm having so much fun. I miss this. I miss this stuff, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, bro. Let's get these numbers up. Use your hype points. If you got any hype points, hype me up, baby. Hype me up. But look, let me tell you how I love to take advantage of people who are delusional, right? I think year number 2 or year number 3, I think it was year number 2. Year number 2. I had a nigga on my old channel. And I'm not clowning him because he sent the money in. I respect him. I had a nigga on my old channel betting me $400 that Bryce Young would throw for 4,000 yards. Nigga, that was the happiest, easiest money I ever made, nigga. Nigga betting me $400. And he sent it in too. Salute to him. Sent in $400. Nigga, I went and got so many rib plates, chicken finger tenders. Yo, man. Me and my homies had a good laugh at that shit, dog. QT, what's up, boy? Cutie. Cutie. My dog, Cutie. What's up, Cutie? He said Bryce Young, his extension is proving his extension this year, and we're going to pay for it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? He said Bryce Young is proving his extension. He said, and we're going to pay for it. Is that a good thing? Cutie, let me know. Is that a good thing, brother? Shout out to Kendall France. He said GMG. Oh, yeah, it was a GMG. Easiest money I ever made, dog. Shout out to Keytwan. He says first season, 2 wins. Second season, 5 wins. Third season, 8 wins. And advanced to the playoff. And we won a division. This season, we have an 11 or 12 wins. Now, would I be wrong if I asked them to put money on that? Y'all know I got it. Hey, look, Chad, I'm not even going to do it, man. I ain't going to do it. Nigga said 11 or 12 wins. Wow. Hey, cool. Hey, listen, brother. You know what? Hey, look, I'm a Christian brother, so the Bible talks about having a mustard seed of faith. If that's your mustard seed of faith, brother, I touch and agree with you, brother. Let me say something. Hey, look, if you got the mustard seed faith that we're going to win 11, I touch and agree with you. Yeah, let me touch you. Oh, yeah. Oh, touch and agree with you, brother. Oh, yeah. All right. Jesus' name. I don't believe it, nigga, but shit, if that's your faith, brother, be it according to you, brother. No cap. I'm with you, brother. I definitely eat crow on that, brother. Shout out to hey man, y'all gonna get me in trouble, man. Get the fuck on, man. Hey, shout out to Andrew, man. He said laugh out loud. He wouldn't even leave his side. What have we come to? Facts. That's what I was saying, man. When I heard like, because I was trying to figure out about Nick Scorton and stuff, bro. And they were talking about, man, the first thing in the article said Nick Scorton went down and Bryce Young literally wouldn't relieve his side or some shit. Man, I was pissed, bro. And I was in the middle of doing I was doing a video for you guys. And then when I read that, I just got angry, nigga. Got angry. Shout out to Legend Has It. What's up, Legend Has It? How we living? He said Bryce threw under 200 yards in 12 of 16 games. I ain't buying it. Hey, man, listen. Smart man, brother. Hey, I don't blame you, brother. You definitely couldn't sell that shit to me, dog. Shit, watch what Caleb Williams do, bro. I'm not even hating, brother. I hope listen, I hope this nigga go out there and throw for 5,000 yards. I hope we win 12 games next year. I want to be embarrassed. Man, listen, in case you guys don't know, I used to hype up Teddy Bridgewater. Y'all in the chat, tell them what I did when I said I believe in Teddy Bridgewater. For those who are new to the channel, when I say I'm a man of my word to the best of my ability, I try to uphold that as best of my ability. What did I do when Teddy Bridgewater failed? I said Teddy Bridgewater was the man. What did I do? If you've been around here, what did I do when I failed for Teddy Bridgewater? Tell me, if you really rock with me, tell me what I did when I was rooting for Teddy Bridgewater and I was wrong about it. West Virginia, what's up, boy? He said, Big Cat, remember when loser Bryce lined up behind the guard? That's right. I went live and I put up a clown costume. I painted my face like a clown. That's how much if I'm wrong, give me a second. If I'm wrong at something, I own it, brother. If I'm wrong about Bryce, I'll bring out the clown makeup. Man, look. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. If you don't believe me, ask any of them niggas in the chat that used to rock with me back in the day. Look, if I'm wrong about Bryce Young, I'll put on the clown makeup. I'll go to Party City. I'll go get the pastel white. I'll get the fire truck engine red lipstick. I'll plaster my face to this creamy white. I'll turn my nose into a red styrofoam. And I own my punishment. Good thing I ain't gonna have to do that though. Yeah. All right, man. What time is it? I think it's time for me to go. Shout out to Francis. He said Big Cat is definitely a man of his word. Yeah, man. Man, I put that makeup on, man. I'll do the same thing, dog. Yep. Till it's good and creamy white. Hey, look, man. I had fun with you guys today, man. Hope you really enjoyed the content. Wednesday, we will go live to where everybody can come on the platform, okay? Wednesday, it'll be just a Zoom setup. So if you're interested coming in here, talking about training camp, if you're interested in talking about, the season, Wednesday will be the day to do it. We're gonna go live in the evening, okay? We're gonna go live in the evening, Wednesday. Tomorrow we will be live again with the Panthers update for training camp day 4. Real quick before I get out of here, man, make sure you use the like button, share button, subscribe, man. Let's get this channel back up, baby. I missed you guys, man. Seriously, that's why I'm back here. I love you guys. I missed you guys. Hype me up, dog. I ain't perfect, brother. Sometimes my takes are a little cringy, man, but your mind's to be had, right? Just like it's yours to be had. So I respect that. You respect it from me too, baby. Light me up, man. Follow the TikTok, Twitter, all that other good stuff. Let me get a question real quick. One last question here. How do y'all feel about camp so far? How do y'all feel about training camp so far, man? And also, do y'all think Bryce Young will be extended? Those are my 2 questions. I got to get out of here, y'all. You guys did phenomenal today, man. Love you for that, dog. Thank you. Thank you. You guys killed it today. Y'all did phenomenal, man. I love you for that, dog. Y'all did great. Thank you, man. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the likes. And thank you for hyping everything up, brother. Y'all stuck around for a good bit today. I love that. I love that. Share, man. Tell your friends about me, dog. Don't forget about me, man. I'm a dinosaur. I'm the last of a pack of lions, nigga. I'm the last of a dying breed on this shit. You know what I mean? So ain't too many of us like this on here, brother. So real quick, will Bryce Young be extended? And how do you feel about the Carolina Panthers training camp so far? Go ahead. I'm going to read some questions. Yeah. Tim says, nervous with injury so far. Keytuan said, I feel good about camp. Adam says, love you back, Big Cat. Love you too, brother. Shout out to Striker Blue. What's up, man? Dopey said, have your brown paper bag ready, Big Cat. Lucky said, I love to see you go all white face. I did it before, brother. I did it before. Yep. Shout out to Chris. He said, camp is okay. Bryce still has to prove himself. Chris. Not you too, brother. Ain't nothing to prove, nigga. What you mean? Now, Chris, you know I ain't gonna let you get away with that, nigga. Ain't nothing to prove. I'm like Tim. Y'all remember Tim? So ride my way, ride my way. Listen to raspberry, blueberry with your lemon. We just riding the wave, baby. You and I, Chris, we just riding this wave. Ain't no got more to prove yourself, nigga. I told you I was with a girl for 6 years, nigga. 6 years, dog. Year number 1, it was fun. We were being adults, having adult fun. Year number 2, I started to see some stuff I didn't like, but I had brought a baby into this world. Year number 3, red flags everywhere. Year number 4, it had just got to the point to where I'm hanging around for the kid, and it was torment. And I put myself through 2 more years of torment because I didn't want to come to the fact that it was over or the fact that it wasn't working. The same thing we're doing with Bryce Young. I had to go through 2 years of just subjecting myself to a lot of stuff that any man or woman shouldn't subject himself to because I wasn't mature enough to say, hey, I just need to back away. This shit ain't working out. I thought I could change somebody. I thought I could make this girl the woman of my dreams. I thought I could make us a family, dog. I thought by working hard and having money and all this shit, I thought that would do it, dog. Only for me to be left holding the bag at the end. And that's what's going to happen to you with Bryce Young. You thought you could change them. You thought you could add and make money and work. And it just don't happen like that, dog. You got to believe me, baby. Believe me, man. I know I don't have an NFL. I don't have an NFL suit on. I know my name ain't Pat McAfee. I know I ain't part of the fucking Carolina Blitz. I know I ain't with the Charlotte Observer. I know I ain't got sources. I know I'm just a nobody nigga with just a big man on the block. But you gotta just feel and listen to the coherent status that I'm speaking with, my nigga. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If a blind man told you to pull a truck to pull a duck can pull a truck to hook it up. And that's what I'm telling you, baby. I ain't gotta have credentials to tell you that, my nigga. Listen to wisdom, dog. You know what I mean? Listen to me, baby. Yeah. We rocking over here. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Shout out to KJ. He said, excited about the defense. I'm trying to be optimistic about the offense. I hear you. West Virginia said, oh, yeah, camp injury extension in the air. Hope not. Dopey said, Big Cat, you in quantum wide stance on a little man, but everywhere is a well-oiled machine offense. Hell yeah. Shout out to Francis. He said, we need Icky and Timo back. Icky going to be out for a while, brother. Not Icky, Timo. Timo got that blood infusion. I mean, that blood clot, sorry. You got to be careful with that blood clot, dog. Them blood thinners, if you get a scratch, you'll bleed out, brother. I had a family member who had a blood clot, and, man, you got to be careful. That blood, the blood thinner thing, your blood out, you get scratched, you get scraped, you could die, bro. So he probably gonna be out for a while, bro. Yeah. As far as Icky, man, you know what I mean? Shit, yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be rough, y'all. Shout out to MH. What's up, MH? MH, I want you to give me your name, man. You remind me of a robot. I like you, man. Put your name in there, brother. Come up with a name like Tom or something. He says, we accidentally made the playoff with a quarterback that barely cracked 3,000 yards in his 3 years. Really ain't it. Really ain't it. Really ain't it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I like how you used the word accidentally, my nigga. It definitely was an accident. We accidentally. Shout out to West Virginia. He said, it really ain't hate, Big Cat. Not gonna lie. Oh, he said, it really ain't hate, yeah. No, I ain't hating, brother. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. I love you guys, man. Oh, fantasy football leagues. Check the community section. I already got some people who signed up. Thank you for those who signed up. Once they filled up, they filled up. We will draft the last two weeks in August, okay? So the last 2 weeks in August we'll draft. The draft will be from Thursday through Sunday. So the final week of August, Thursday through Sunday, and the second to final week, Thursday through Sunday. We'll give you the time. We'll give you the time and the date once the draft full, okay? All right. This has been your host, El Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cats, my 95ers. Put your paws up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Consider taking on a membership, y'all, $1.99. We got a $1.99 membership so you can have some cool logos. If you want a cool little icon next to your name, pay for that membership. But yeah, hit the like button, share. Hype me up, baby. Until next time, I love you guys. Keep supporting. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Hype me up. I love you guys, man. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We'll be back, okay? We'll see you.